Good evening, everyone. We're live from the Beehive with the weekend race results from nothing short of an epic weekend of racing in Central Florida. Three-wheelers were going bananas. Can't see without my glasses. Good evening, everyone. Robert Boyter coming back live from the Beehive. Weekend race results. Three-wheeler racing in Central Florida was nothing short of epic this weekend. We had a two-day doubleheader starting at Dade City MX where we stacked 13 bikes on the gate. Carnage in practice. Nothing short of a disaster. Bikes dropping left and right. Chris Pardee, Pepe Le Pew, gets tossed by his new cane brake motor. Had the wrong tires, way too much grip for the brand new hard-packed clay at Dade City. The Sheriff, Mark Turan, he really brought it to the house on a borrowed bike that he'd never even ridden before. Not the first time I've seen him do that. Never happened. Never happened. It did. Never. Gino knows what I'm talking about there. The Bee versus the Wasp was a wash. The Wasp was going to have to go in for some work. David Gadley, congratulations, young man, on 4th place overall. The results from DCMX were 1st place overall, Chad Gaffney. 2nd place, Lenny Lewis. 3rd place, Mark Turan. 4th place, David Gadley. 5th place, Randy Sawyer. Gino Ferreira in 6th. Killer B, myself, 7th place overall. 8th place, William Gadley Jr. 9th, Craig Gingrich. 10th, Shane Stanek. 11th, Chris Pardee. Doug Reed coming in at 12th, and Alan J behind him, both those guys with mechanical problems. Thanks, everyone, for being there at Dade City. It was really a great night under the lights. Before I get into Sunday, I want to call out Sunshine State Vintage Motocross Club. They gave us our original break in three-wheeler racing. If it weren't for them taking a chance on us, we wouldn't be doing this. They put us on the gate at Orlando MX, where we raced this Sunday on December the 11th, 2016 for the first time. So thank you, Sunshine State Vintage Motocross Club. Anybody that's not on their page and doesn't follow them, please look them up. Thanks to Chris Kelly for being there for some great footage. We're all waiting for your movie. John Sudo, thanks, man. Came down from up north, trooper racer, class act guy, man. You know, one thing that separates a lot of people is class. And I haven't met one of these guys from up north that doesn't have a good amount of class to get them through. So thank you very much for being there with us this weekend. John Fender got out there and fought it hard as always. His son, my favorite young man, Dwayne Fender, he was out there running in the 200cc class. Was nice to be on the track with him. Mike Kelly, congratulations, sweeping 2 classes. That's 1st place in 4 motos on Sunday. Chad Gaffney right behind him, man. Challenged him a couple of times. Came in second behind him in both those same classes, all 4 times. You know, he came up on him a couple of times, but I don't think, well, let's just say Mike Kelly could use that monster BDT motor he's got going right now. SSVMX results. We'll go to the open class first here. Three-wheeler open Sunday, SSVMX, 1st place Mike Kelly, 2nd place Chad Gaffney, 3rd place Lenny Lewis. Thanks again, Lenny. Had some one-on-one time with Lenny Lewis this weekend. Great guy, very important to what we're doing. 4th place John Fender, 5th overall Gino Ferreira is coming in 6th. To clean up is Jonathan Rose. Mechanical problems for Jonathan in the 2nd moto. That's the three-wheel open class. Three-wheel 40 plus Mike Kelly again. Chad Gaffney, again, right behind him. John Sudo knocking me off, coming in at 3rd, and I take 4th place overall. Dwayne Fender running solo in the 0 to 200cc class. And our three-wheel intermediate for Sunday, our visitor, coming in and sweeping it, taking 1st place both times, right in front of me, the 1st moto. I did a little write-up on that I think he got a kick out of, and he swept it. John Sudo, 1st overall intermediate class. 2nd place overall intermediate class, Killer B, Robert Boyter. There's my plaque. It was really great to get a 2nd place again. It's been a long time since I took any hardware home, and I had a lot of fun this weekend. 3rd place behind me, Brad Fender on the 123 Fender Honda Honda 250R. Behind him, 4th overall, Craig Gingrich. Then Cade Needham, Dale Powell, and Shane Stanek rounding out the field in 7th. Let's see what we've got. That's all of our race results. We've talked about a few special people. Here we go. Gino Ferreira. Gino comes from South Florida and attends the doubleheader. He makes Dade City Saturday night. Goes down to the Killer Bee in the first moto by 1 spot. He was right on me. And on the last turn, I came out wide, and he probably made a really smart decision on not pulling the trigger and using his brains instead of his guts. But it was great to outrun you, Gino. Thank you. You got me on the next race. And then on Sunday, he shows up and runs what I would say in the first open class moto is the best run I've ever seen Gino make, finishing 3rd overall after stalling the bike and catching up and running the entire field down for 3rd place. Second moto, pretty much the same scenario. He comes out, he stalls the bike, except this time while he's trying to play catch up, he does a spectacular attempt at a backflip. And his dismount was graded by one of our SSVMX members as a 9 of 10. No, that was Bert Needham. I take it back. Bert Needham graded your dismount, Gino, at a 9. So A+ on your backflip dismount in Moto 2. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, we're going to talk about the SSVMX points battle. This is pretty cool because we've only got 4 races left to go in this series. And let's see, in the open class, you've only got a total of 41 points separating the top 3. Like I said, 4 to go. Last 2 races are both double points. Look at the SSVMX schedule or look at our Syndicate schedule for the next 4 events marked SSVMX. These will be the last 4 of that season with that series. So let's see. Top 4 separated by 41 points. Jeff Corelli leading at 343. Mike Kelly behind him, 339. Lenny Lewis at 302. Gino Ferreira rounding out 4th place, 272. Sawyer by 70 points behind him at 202. And the Sheriff, can the Sheriff run the table and come up? He sits at 192, only 10 points off of 5th place. If he can get a bike running and make it to all 4, he might just get into that top 5. This will be very interesting to see how this plays out. Standing right now, intermediate class. You've only got 31 points separating the top 4 in intermediate class. Let me go back real quick and make a correction on the open class because volunteer points count here. You're going to have Jeff Corelli at 393, Mike Kelly at 339. Excuse me. Jeff Corelli, 393. Lenny Lewis, 2nd place at 352. Mike Kelly, 339. And Gino behind them at 272. Intermediate class. Let's see if we'll go ahead and do it properly the first time here. You've got the Killer Bee in the lead at 322. Only 7 points in front of Cade Needham. And let me tell you, I can't seem to outrun this kid. He was in front of me on the 2nd moto and with a blown shock. And I just had to wait for him to get out of shape because I couldn't get around him. Cade is a hell of a good rider and a great young man on top of it. Pleasure having Cade. Right behind Cade at 295 is Shane Stanek. 291 behind him is Craig. Craig Gingrich and Shane Stanek only 4 points apart. So in the intermediate class, only 31 points separate the top 4. It's going to be a great end to a great season, 2nd season with Sunshine State Vintage Motocross. Thank you, everyone. Syndicate Race Report live from the Hive. See you next time.